So here we are again on a Wednesday morning, and I've decided to do the packing today. So anyone that's here, thank you very much for coming on board with me. I'll put a thank you card like here. Thank you. Should do that, shouldn't I? I'll put it above. I don't know. Anyway, thank you cards are having to go out today. So, where am I? Hopefully people will be joining us soon. As soon as someone joins me, I'll know if it's listed. There we are. We are absolutely public. Thank goodness, because I was wondering if I pressed the wrong button. Unlisted. So I'm packing today, and if anyone's joining me, please remember to say hello. That's what I would like to hear. Hello, Al. How you doing this morning? And Bob, you are the first to say hello today. Thank you very much, sir. I'm glad to see you. How are you, mate? So I'm packing all my Amazon listings and some eBay listings on the Anchor store. Yes, I am. Leisure Light, I am absolutely still banned on eBay. We are packing orders here, mostly Amazon, but partially eBay. So it is good one way, but bad another, you know. I've got some listings to do, but we're working on a new system to try and get past. Well, Nadine, thank you. Pitco, welcome. Peter, I'm uploading listings through Marketplace Connect app. Images now playing ball. Glad to see you're still packing. Yes, I am still packing. Not as much. We only made 400 odd pounds this week or today in sales. But we're working on projects to get that alleviated with the mc011. eBay still feel that I am unsafe for the community, and my immediate packing every morning and my aftercare that my staff give isn't enough. It isn't enough because we're making too much money, and that's not the way it should be with eBay. Grab the camera for Kyrie Irvin edit. I don't know what that means, but welcome to the channel, ZoneX999. North Staple, thank you very much. Ever thought about trying other platforms? Yes, we are working on Whatnot. We have Vinted running. We are on Amazon. We have used OnBuy, but that was a complete flop. What else have we used, or what else are we using? We tried Etsy. That flopped. Vinted itself at the minute is a massive flop. There's no sales at all. Even though we've 600 listings on, we're making no sales. What is it, because of my pricing structure? I don't know. We do have this ability to want to charge about 20% below retail price. I am keen to sell stock, but I'm not keen to give stock away. Yeah, I'm selling. Everyone ever know what these are? These are colostomy bags. I sell colostomy bags, for crying out loud. Does anyone know what colostomy bags are? It's when you've lost your bladder, or your bladder's not working properly and you have to go and pee in a bag. Ivan, thank you very much for your membership cost. Thank you very much. I appreciate you joining. But I hope you are going to stay with me, Ivan, and hopefully we can learn and grow together. Thank you very much for joining, everybody. Gosia, Tim, welcome. Jay, welcome, sir. How are you? Who else is going to the eBay Open? I don't know. But I'm going to the eBay Open, and I'm going to have a long conversation with people when they don't want to hear. So we'll go to the hall, you know, where we start asking questions in eBay. And I'm going to ask the questions. Why do we always mc011 good sellers? Why can't we just leave the good sellers alone? I've just sold a Makita. Kevin, welcome. Les, how are you? I've just sat down for a coffee and a bacon roll. Where's my bacon roll, Les? You know, I have to just sit with a cup of tea and a bagel. What's happening? Grab the camera for a Kylie Irving edit. He's a basketball player. I don't know who he is, I'm afraid. Oh, you're saying I look like him. Well, that's pretty good. That means I'm super slim. Basketball players are very slim. I'm up the hip road with some... I'll rip up the road. You were more than welcome, Les. Come on up with bacon rolls, love. Blue Pencil, welcome to the channel. New to the stream. Thank you. So what's the topic of this discussion? That's a really good question. Blue Parcel, I will answer you. Hello, Ronnie Pickering. How are you? I'm Ronnie Pickering. But Blue Pencil, so I am an entrepreneur, businessman, and I am packing the stock for my business. This is when we have just been banned by eBay, and eBay have banned me for being unsafe. Yet I'm 23 years selling on eBay, and they believe that I'm unsafe for the community because I done so well 3 weeks ago, selling 1,661 items, valuing at 29,000 quid. They just turned us off because we were doing too well. And I'm a successful businessman who has upped and down on my career, both bankruptcy to millionaire again, and I'm back to that status where I am doing very well for myself. My industry is doing very well, but we're being slapped with eBay. eBay slapped me around a bit. Thank you very much, Nick. Welcome to the thing. Jose, thank you very much. Hey, our subscription is 76 for 1,500 listings. Yes, go for it. Yeah, go for it, mate. What channel are we going on? So Jose works for me, and he's upstairs doing his work. And I told him to join in the live and just comment as he's speaking to me. Jason, welcome, big man. How are you? Does anyone want to see a big guy? Come and see Jason Coyle. What a legend he is. And he does mountaineering. I'm really impressed with him. I'm not blowing smoke up your butt, Jason, but you impress me, mate. You're an impressive man. Not only in size and stature, but the work that you do. So, yeah. Anyway, Leisure Light, do you sell Dyson vacuum batteries? Yes, we do. We actually do. We've got loads of them in stock. If you want to go on to the... Wow, crap. I say you want to go onto the eBay channel. Right, so if you want to go and buy my batteries, go to www.thebattery.shop, where my sub business, you can buy batteries from there. And if they don't have the battery listed, just send a wee message to them. They answer it within the day, and you can then you can buy it there and then. Of course, tell me that you're a YouTuber and you're a fan or a subscriber of mine, and I will look at giving you a bit of discount. The boys are always aware of it, and they always look out for all our YouTuber customers to make sure that they get looked after a little bit better than just our standard eBay customers. Anyway, so where have we got? Grab the camera for... Okay, yep. I can't grab the camera. I can't. Because the camera's sitting nice and I'm packing. I'm not here to jump for people's needs, I'm afraid. I'm not an actor, and I'm certainly not a person that will do as I'm told. Amazing that you've built this business yourself and your family. I didn't have my family. No, I did it on my own. And then I got good staff in. So they'll probably be my family, I suppose. But yeah. Anyway, Leisure Light, cheers. I will check it out. The Blue Baron. Are you an Ulsterman? Yes, I'm from Northern Ireland, Ulster. Yep. That's what I am. Thank you very much for asking. How did you know I was from Ulster? Because everyone thinks that I'm from America. So, I don't know. Tell me. So there's an external frame sold. It's a cat flap. I assume a cat flap frame. I'll have to probably put that in a box or something because it may break. So I'm doing all the packing at the minute. And the reason why I'm doing the packing is because I've told my boys I needed them to go up and do some listing. £20 that cat frame. Is it really? Crikey, Mikey. So I've asked my boys to do packing. And the reason why, listing, is because we're starting to fall behind the listing procedures. So they're upstairs while I'm down here working away. So they're not sacked. They're just been been pushed towards their listing tables. Am I? I don't think I am, buddy. I have no religion, Blue. I was brought up with no religion in England, so I don't have a religion. I was pushed into a Catholic school, and if you want, you can see that on my life story. There's a video of it on my channel about my life story, but I'm not a Protestant, nor am I a Catholic. I do not have a religion. I was never christened or baptized, and if I was, I deny that acceptance. I'm not the person that follows religion very well. I do believe that there's something else, but again, that's why I have friends on both sides, and I'm not a bigot. But yeah, so I was brought up in a Catholic school. My dad was a Protestant, my mum was a Catholic, mixed religion, but neither of them were practicing, and I was put into a Catholic school. So there is the answer to that question. So yes, I am English, born and bred. I am now based here in Northern Ireland, which is Ulster. So am I an Ulster man or am I a Northern Irish man? They're both the same. The answer is yes to both of them. I have UK and Irish citizenship, and I'm very proud to be in this country. This country is one of the finest countries in the United Kingdom as far as I'm concerned. Some of the people are dickheads, but a majority of them are not. Anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm just still packing here, and we got Tim. What state do you live in? The state, it's Northern Ireland. The state is terrible. It's an awful state. But I live in Northern Ireland, and I found out today that the murder rate per 100,000 in Northern Ireland is 0.068%. I found out from my friend, 0.068, and it's Chicago. In Chicago per 100,000, the murder rate is, I think it was something like 28% or 28 per 100,000. However, the rape rate in Northern Ireland is 0.062. But the rape rate in Chicago is also 0.062. What does that tell you? You can't get prostitutes in Northern Ireland, and that's the reason why there's so much rape. There's me. I'm making a political statement, but that's the reason why, I would say. Because prostitutes are illegal in Northern Ireland only, and it's a high rate. Anyway, thank you very much, fishing friend. Thank you very much. Petco has become a silver member. Well done you, mate. By the way, to anyone that's a member right now under the silver membership system, just remember there's a new thing coming out where you guys get a video, and the video tells you, when you become a silver member, of how to contact me personally and how we can meet up if we need to meet up, and we can have lots of conversation about business and that sort of stuff. All of my members get to talk to me on a personal basis, and it is something where I offer mentoring to the higher members. So thank you very much, Petco. I appreciate you joining me. Jason's a member, and I hope to get more of that because I want to get a wee small group belonging to us. All right, Dino.
Puppies.
You ready to go already?
Yeah, the shop subscription's all sorted and all, so and categories are already in as well.
We'll start with them.
Yeah.
Start with them big ones, will you? These girls here.
Okay.
And then look, there's an ego. Get that ego up.
Yep.
That's an ego.
We'd be oversized then.
Probably big battery box, big battery shelf, BBS.
Think they'll fit?
Yeah.
If you set them up sort of, you know, prop them up. Right, okay. I'll find a space then.
And then just grab as you go.
That'll do.
That motor caddy can go up. I mean, that's 200 odd quid.
Yeah.
So sorry guys, sorry for being interrupted. He's so rude interrupting me while I was talking to you lot. So what job do I do, you ask? I am a packer. I'm a humble packer. I pack stock for my bosses. That was one of my bosses there. I'm only joking. But I'm packing at the minute, and I do like packing. It's one of the things I love doing. I love packing, but I own a lot of companies. Well, not a lot now. It's been readjusted recently, but find out on my channel. You want to know what I do? Go onto my channel, take a look at my videos. They're pretty cool videos, I think. Some people think they're cool. Most people do. And I've hit 30,000 subscribers. I am literally only in the game. I'm in the game now 10 months, 30,000 subscribers, and it's growing massively. The channel's going very well. Probably because I keep it, as I was told, I keep it real, and I'm glad I do. Because how many millionaires do you know sit and pack for their customers? You work that out. A lot of them talk about the royalty of owning so much money, becoming so rich, and how they don't do the work anymore. But that's not me. I would rather sit and do the work. I enjoy working. Work is something that commends me every night when I go to bed, and I go, what a great day. If it's been a constructive day, it's because I've worked hard. For some reason, I have this ability or inability to sit and do nothing. I can't sit down. How many millionaires do I know? Well, you know me now. Ralts 2010. And you know, there's a couple more in here. Are you planning for the church hall? We're doing a church hall video today. I'm going down to do it today about how much the church hall has been so bad. Yes, Danica, you're absolutely right. I love doing this stuff. It's about my day. My day is about just keeping myself busy, doing stuff that I just enjoy. I'm not rushed. This is not a hard job. This is actually quite fun because I love doing what I do on YouTube, and I love doing what I do on my eBay store, which is currently banned, but my eBay-Amazon store-vintage store, my online selling store, I call it. But I love doing it. I love the business. I love being in business. I love making a bit of money. I love hearing them ka-chings coming on my phone. And I work hard. And you can see that in my channel. If you go onto my channel, you have a look what I do, you'll realize that I am quite a humble guy, done really well for myself, and I keep it right. What's my eBay shop name? Sadly, it's banned at the minute, Thrifty Geek. And it's known as... It's known as Big Al Superstore. They wiped the entire stock off my Anchor. By the way, guys, if you're listening, can you cancel the Anchor subscription until they get the mc011 straight, please? On Big Al Superstore, please. Because I'm not paying another £700 for another Anchor that's mc011. Because the subscription won't be cancelled, guys. So if you want to just go ahead and cancel that subscription before the end of the month. I'm talking to my staff because they're listening on the live, guys. Anyway, how are you doing today? K&B, why is it banned? So if you go and look at my video, there's a big video. It's doing really well on hits. It's got 38,000 38,000 views so far. And eBay banned my account because by the looks of it, I'd done too much sales. I'd done too well. I offered a massive discount on my sale, and as a consequence, eBay decided that I was not safe on the community. So they banned my account, which is very sad, because we were given offers so well. We were doing really well. I was liquidating a lot of my stock. But as a consequence of that, they banned me. And they wanted proof of evidence that we're sending the stuff because it was doing so well. So it ended up that, hey, it is what it is. We still have other stores. We have other stores with eBay. We have other stores with Amazon and Vinted, and we're doing quite well. So eBay doesn't want to see you win. Yeah, you kind of think that, don't you, KB? It's funny how you look at that and you go, why would eBay ban someone they just made $7,000 out in 3 weeks? £7,000. Is it not just worth a call, a CSR to go, Big Al, are you real? Yeah, just check out my other channels. You know that we do other business with eBay. We give you roughly about $10,000 in fees a week or a month, sorry. And yeah, just make that call before you go ahead and ban me. But they didn't. They just went ban. And now we have to do so much work to get my account back open again. I have to more or less absolutely make sure that every customer has their balls licked clean as a consequence of eBay requesting this. It's a complete curse. It's a disaster. And them expecting me to do so much for the fact that they got their $7,000, but they held my money. So they got their 7G, no problem. Their fees are all met, but mine ain't. And I've supplied all the stock, done all the postage, paid eBay, done all the work, paid the staff, bought the stock, lit the fucking the environment, paid for the electricity, but eBay decide we're going to hold your money because you're not safe to the community. Even though I'm 23 years in the game. Gary, welcome. SB, welcome. Ian, have you ever been out on track with a ring ring beating down on your back? Great question. Don't know the answer to that. Sorry, mate. But welcome to the channel anyway, Ian. I hope that you're willing to stay and look after me. You could go and have a look at my channel, what I do, but you'll find that I'll never be on the track with the wind on my back. Don't know what it means. I assume that you're setting me up for a fall because I know what yous are like. Some trying to trick me, you buggers. Anyway, so supply chain and collaboration book going out. Google account, I agree. But we know it's a process. We know that it's an Autobot system that shut me down, and it's being held by a CSR now, and they simply have to follow procedure that's laid down before them. It is simply procedural. I accept that, but it doesn't make me any better in my business. It has to be controlled and corrected at a higher echelon or level of management where they stop doing mc011s and they have a rap sheet, like a credit limit, where you've got a company who's got 6 eBay channels, has done so well over 23 years, with its oldest one back at, yes, Stetchy, with its older ones back in there, and you just know when they got a rap sheet and they're doing well with eBay. So that's the way I see it. If you want to do well, you should have a reputation. The problem with eBay is they don't take into account your reputation in eBay. And my reputation has been long surpassed as above standard. Long time. Fact is, sometimes we may slip down, but that does not deserve that our business gets turned off literally for weeks and months. That is ridiculous. And if I was doing anything wrong, please shut me down. But just simply, absolutely. They're doing really well on fees, SB. They're doing really, really well. They done $7,000 in the last 3 weeks out of me. £7,000 they made on me, and I don't even deserve a phone call. You know, if I had $7,000 given to me every 3-4 weeks, I would be sucking their rear end. But sadly, eBay are too big to care. They don't care. Can I ask what gross? So my gross last year was £800,000. That's what we did last year with eBay and Amazon, and not Vented at the time, but we done eBay and Amazon. We are down on sales this year, so my gross was 800. My net came out at, I think it was about 370,000. Taxes were thereafter. I still haven't paid the bloody tax bill yet. That's hard to pay, especially when the next year the sales are dropping. So you don't have the cash flow to pay last year's tax bill. But it is what it is. We are where we are. What the hell is that? Look at this, guys. Toilet humor. And there's actually a bit of wax on the front of it. Looks like crap. It actually looks like crap. It's a book called Toilet Humor. And I thought that was dirt. But it turns out it's wax. I wouldn't dare scratch and sniff that. That is wrong. That is a wrong book if I've ever seen that. And David, you bought it. David, you're a terrible man buying a... I mean, that looks like poo on the book. Oh, boys a dear. Bad Taste book it's called. What the hell? Mark, sorry, what did you say? You missed it. What did you miss? How much was net? About 370, thereabouts. Net was 370,000. So my net income, yeah, thereabouts. And then what we done was we bought stock with it, but that was probably a mistake because when we bought that, the tax on it is still due, and I can't afford it anymore. So we have to now set an agreement with the Inland Revenue to go, oh, we can't afford that because the company's not done so well this year, and we're now eating into the money that we lost to pay staff because sales have been reduced because of eBay's rules and regulations from October of last year when they started doing GPSR. And that's what's been killing us at the minute. GPSR and then the new regulations and then sales drops. So it's all been good. What did I invest in? So I bought shitloads more stock. How many staff did I have? So last year we had 8 staff. Now we only have 3. We're down to 3 staff, sadly. So it's been a massive kick in the teeth with eBay's behavior. eBay done all the policies and they've reduced all the sales with the business. We come to a point, Mark, where only a month ago, we decided that it wasn't enough. We were getting £200 a day in our entire eBay portfolio. So we changed how we did things. We liquidated some of the stock. We made £29,000. It produced so much more sales. And then eBay shut me down. So that's what would happen. And that's the way it's been going. No, they haven't They haven't unblocked my account yet. They're asking for every single return, every single person that has a problem, even if it's fake, every single delivery to be delivered before they unban us so that they can clear us from being a danger to eBay society. So there you go. So it will be 3 to 4 weeks before we get that reopened. What I find stupid is that eBay have not realized that we do have other channels and we're making not as much money as we used to, but we're still doing £300 to £400 a day. We were doing £1,500 a day when we started doing it well, and as a consequence, that's the reason. So we are selling on Amazon, we are selling on Vinted, we are selling on my own shop because I have my own shop, and that's called the Battery.shop. If you want to go and have a look at my business, it is there. We sell. You can buy all my fashion on the Battery Shop. You can buy all my books on the Battery Shop, but it's not listed. You have to search for it if you want to type in books. We are going to a new channel, which is going to be BigAls.store. That is currently coming into operation. And the idea really is to grow away from eBay. And that's what we're going to do. But it is what it is. Why did I get banned? Unsent sales? No, we got banned. And it was because there was, from what I can see now, there were 10 items not received, of which 8 of the items were received, but the customer still had the case open and they refused to drop the case. There's no auto closure case. Once it gets delivered, eBay don't close the case. It's up to the customer to close the case. And if they don't do it, it's held against your record. You're striked for it. We then had 12 returns. The returns were coming back, but they were open returns. And as a consequence, because that channel that I opened up was only brand new, it was an eBay channel that was literally a year old. We renamed it Big Al Superstore. That used to be known as something else, Fudge, whatever it was. And it was my youngest store, and that was my mistake. My mistake was it was my youngest business on my youngest channel that never had an mc011. And because I'd done £29,000 of sales in 3 weeks, that was why I was banned with a serious amount of INRs, which is 10 INRs, of which 8 were absolutely not true and 2 were genuine. 2 were genuine INRs, and that is not bad for 1,661 sales. It is not bad to have 2 INRs, of which the returns are a normal factor. Every single fecker returns on eBay. You can change your mind on eBay and have a return. And the eBay returns are open for 8 weeks. 8 weeks return window. So you can return an item and hold it for 8. And if you really wanted, you could push it for 12 weeks. And that money sits in eBay's account, not mine. I can't get that money. They take that from my money the minute the current person asks for it to return the item. That just gets taken out of my account. So they've held a lot more than the return window and the return amounts. But the good news is we have other channels and we have other businesses. I run a small operation for a shop. Andrew, you're welcome, sir. And we don't accept returns. It makes it so much easier. I can't not accept returns. I'm a business. So because of that, I'm legally obliged to accept returns. That is the biggest issue with eBay. They legally oblige you to accept returns. So you have to accept returns, sadly. There's a lot of people asking questions. I may not have all the answers. The whole point of having tracked and signatures to confirm. Yeah, they don't acknowledge it anymore, Mark, which I find ridiculous. So they don't acknowledge the returns coming back as coming back. They see us as the one that has the error. We're the ones at fault for not having the return back, which is absolute bloody ridiculous. The same with the INRs. It says it was delivered, yet they hold the item not received open until the customer closes the case. To me, it's bloody ridiculous. It's an absolute joke. So how does Whatnot get away with legally offering? That's it. That's right. Because they just say, fuck the rules. And whereas eBay, they're absolutely pandering to every governmental legislation that we have to abide by. That includes the GPSR, which is the European safety standard. They put me and my company where I can't sell a product to Northern Irish people unless I fill in my GPSR details, which is a joke, a complete joke. But eBay don't care. They follow the rules. Every single rule that doesn't even have to be applied, they follow. It's like they pander to it. They just seem to be a complete joke on protecting the resellers. They don't care about resellers anymore. They only care about the buyer scammers, and the regulators. They're only pandering to the people that don't pay the fecking bills. The sellers pay the bills. The sellers are the things that made eBay. It's not the buyers that make eBay, it's the sellers. And yet they continually say, welcome Lil Main. Joe, we need an e-commerce union. I'm agreeing. We're doing that. We are forming a union of eBay online sellers, or e-commerce union, where we're going to voice and we're going to go and we're going to spend money on professional lobbyists to eBay and lobby for better standards and conditions for its sellers. Because at the minute, they rule the roost over us. They rule us. And if we're in a union, we can say, well, we're going on holiday. And you guys are going to see 100,000 sellers stop selling for 1 week. Let's see how eBay likes that. It'll hit the bloody news. That's what we need. We need to control how we sell and start threatening numbers and scapes for them to do it. Yeah, because of the PayPal or the PayPal, yeah. They stopped it because they had more control. They wanted more control of us. Would you say eBay is a stable income? No, it ain't. That's the bloody problem. We can't continually run our business on eBay's continual proficiency in changing the rules and regulations as we go. We sell this. Say, for example, this book. We put that book up for sale. This is a Dear Dad thing. And then they tell you, we'll sell it for 2 years. And then they'll go say, someone has veroed that. Boom, gone. We can't sell that product anymore on eBay. That's why I now have to car boot. I have to go down to the car boot sale every week now to sell the stock that I can't sell on eBay. Did you know that we can't sell this on eBay? We can't sell this on eBay. You cannot sell, well, yes, nobody cares. I mean, do you mean nobody cares as in you guys don't care? I'm not convinced, Lil Main, that nobody cares. Are you talking about, right, okay, so Lil Main, if you're going to say that again, we're going to have to remove you. So let's just keep it constructive. And there we are. Thank you very much, Gary. Yeah, everyone does care. And maybe that's, Lil Main maybe is an eBayer. Because remember as well, eBay do harass eBay sellers that make a complaint. The way I see it is, at the minute, they have been reported and prosecuted and jailed for actually harassing eBay people, such as that couple in America. I'm going to do a video on that. I'm going to do a big video with this documentary about how eBay harassed and sent wreaths and pigskin and books on how to deal with the loss of the partner and threatened their lives because they said something negative about eBay. 5 people got arrested. 3 people done time. 1 guy's doing 5 years in prison. It became a federal offense and the FBI were on it. And it turned out it was eBay CEO that actually authorized to go and harass the sellers. This is when eBay mc011s came out. The same CEO who was then paid $57 million to leave. 6 months later, he was given $57 million to piss off. But the things that he implemented in eBay are still there. The mc011 policy was brought out by him, and it's still active to this very day. And that's the thing that I'm a victim of very much today. But no one of the industry has said, hey, mc011s don't work. We'll just ban people. Yeah, agree, yeah. Greg, you're absolutely right. There's a lot of false claims, and people know this. People know that if you say that you never got the item, people are scared with eBay to a point where they just auto-refund. They just auto-refund customers. I don't. My staff are trained not to auto-refund. We'd love to, just to get rid of it. But what we're doing is we're bringing this whole system to Scam Central. If we all as sellers stop auto-refunding, we will end up having a better system with eBay. We are our own worst enemy, and it's eBay that pushed that. Just go ahead and auto-refund. They've got software to set up on your refund system where if it's under a certain price, you can just auto-refund. But I'm not in for that. Mark, I want to get started. Do I suggest buying pallets? Mark, where are you? Where are you located? And if you're located in somewhere in Northern Ireland, I can give you advice on how to do well. I've got places where you can go in Northern Ireland. If you're located in England, I can also offer you places where you can go. But I wouldn't advise you to start buying pallets yet. I'd advise you to start doing what I do, and I buy from an auction clearance warehouse. There is some really good ones in England, and I can give you the names and addresses for them. If you tell me where you look, Toronto, Canada. Sorry, mate, I can't help you. Sorry, buddy. I know nowhere, but so I'm sure it's the same in Toronto, Canada. Do this, mate. Do this. Do what I do. Go look for your biggest, is it Canada Post? Go to them and say, where do you get rid of all your disposals? They will go and they will tell you where they're selling their disposals. Go to the auction, buy that. The disposals of undelivered postage. The shock that you'll get is amazing. Stock that you buy is great. There's a company called Simon Charles in England. If anyone is from England, Simon Charles, you can buy pallets of unreturned or undelivered stock for a minimum of £40 plus the VAT. There are other auction houses that I can advise, and I will only advise of the Northern Irish places that I go. If you know me very well and you get to see me and say hello to me. That's the way it is. We work. Unless I sign up the promoted list, I get crazy low views. You're absolutely right. Sean, welcome to the channel, but you're totally right. Lukey, welcome to the channel. The scenario is with the listings is this. You have to pay to be promoted now. And I did that. I went and got myself promoted. They got $7,000 fees, and then they turned me off for being so successful. Or did they? Or did they do that because of the fact that I was, I don't know, Trump 2028? What are you talking about, man? That's the last of him. He can't sit for 2028, you buck Egypt. Unless, of course, he changes the rules and he's the first president that can only serve 2 terms. But there we go. I keep getting MC11s to selling on the platform. You get treated so bad, you're paying 7. Yeah. No, we're no different. show up. We're no different. I am no different from you. Doesn't matter if I'm paying $7,000 or £7. Seems to be they don't care. They just feel when the Autobot looks at it, they don't take anything into account. They make interest from that. You're absolutely right, mate. That's one thing. Draven Castle. Wow. I hope you're nothing to do with me, related to me. My name's AlanC. But you're absolutely right, IL254. They do make money of the interest off their held money. Could you imagine it? If you had 100,000 sellers, had a minimum of £1,000. What's that, 10 million? What do you get interest on 10 million? That pays for a whole team of staff. And that's what I'm saying. It's crazy how it works. It is absolutely crazy how it works. Did I notice my last name? Yes, I did. My last name is Castle. I am AlanC. Are you Draven Castle? Sounds like a castle, actually. But anyway, the Thrifty Greek. I found the top-rated seller that is not worth it as they enforce the returns right. Our policy in all sales are final, no returns. And you're in the US, no headaches. Okay. See, we can't have that policy, sadly. We are not allowed to choose no returns. We have to offer returns because I'm a business in the UK. It's a law and it's a lawful requirement, sadly. And eBay like to oblige the lawful society, whereas Whatnot don't give a shit. No returns, no returns. I'd love to do no returns, to be honest with you, but we are absolutely squandered by it. We're squandered. And the squandering is this. People could say, I've changed my mind, I don't like the look of it, and send it back, and we lose the money on postage. We lose the money on postage. We paid for free postage, and we have to give the customer their money back when they change their mind. Not fair. Unacceptable. And I think that's the thing. If we offer postage at a cost, we end up losing sales because people want free postage. And it's the way that eBay have set it up. They've set it up to make it happen that way. So having your own website is probably the best way now for eBay sellers. Absolutely. And I'm doing a new one called the BigAls.store, and hopefully Andrew will be my savior. We're going to have to get together, Andrew, and get that started. Where we move into a Wix system, because Shopify is a bad idea, guys. Don't do Shopify. They've actually closed down my system because of Avero. And Avero is an intellectual property thing where we had little plastic things you put in your ear. They closed down my site and we were selling stuff and they just ruined it. So thank you, Vincent. I appreciate it. I know a Moreno from Portadown. I wonder is the same Vincent Moreno. Hope you are. Welcome. Please say hi to Liliana. Well, welcome, Liliana. eBay will go back. Will you go back to eBay? I am going to stay. Right, Liliana? We'll stop that now. So will you go back to eBay? We are still with eBay. We're not going to stop. As I said, you can certainly take my money, but you can't take my voice. I'm hoping that they're not doing it because I'm a YouTuber that continually complains about eBay. I'm not always complaining about eBay. I was promoting eBay and their ability to make promoted fees. And I'm telling everyone to be pragmatic. So I actually told 40,000 people that eBay promoted fees is the future. That's the way it has to be. And then they banned me for the consequence of it. Peter says, Al, when you guys listed motor places, do you link it back to one place? Yes, I do. And it is called InkFrog. The software program is called InkFrog. It's about $30, $40 a month. And it's well worth the money because if you get an mc011, InkFrog still hold the data at their server. So it's really, really good. I would love to sue them, but I just don't have the time nor the inclination, to be honest with you. I'd love to do it, but that's the way it is. Please leave in the blue box. Okay. Just grabbing a box for this customer. But so, yeah, that's the way it is. but the www store is still a good option. Absolutely. And I have one insane buzz stolen, but welcome to the channel. I have one right now, which is www.thebattery.shop. Thebattery.shop. And you can buy all my stuff there that's on eBay. And when it's sold on there, it's discounted off eBay. However, we don't have much on eBay at the minute because eBay decided that they've had enough of me and I'm not a safe person to be around. I'm not a safe eBayer. So there it goes. What do your staff do? So they do what I'm doing right now, which they normally do pack, but this is Wednesday morning and I love packing on Wednesdays and Mondays. What I do is I do a video on packing, but they stock all our items. Do you want to see what I do? Do you want to see the depot? So this is the depot here. This is one, as you can see. This is only one of two depots. We have two depots full of this stuff. And there is another line there. And there is another line there. And another one. And of course, that's us at the end. Now, if you have a look at the stock that I do fashion here. We do general goods here. So we go into a box, and I'll show you here. Look, guys, we go into a box, and there's a box there. I don't know if you can see it. There's a box there. And we do things like dehumidifiers. We've got like a Root Success liquid. We sell all sorts of things there in general stock. We sell shoes. We sell lots of shoes. Lots and lots of shoes. Lots of general goods like these here. We do tools. We even do bicycle wheels, clipper gases. Lots of these tools here. Lots of drills, drill batteries. I'll show you my battery section here. So here's another section here. We've two stores. We've got 6 eBay stores, of which only 2 are being active, of which 1 has been banned. Here's what we do on the Dyson batteries. There's all our Dyson batteries. We do Makita batteries. We've got loads of Makita batteries. We do e-bike batteries, which are no longer allowed to be sold on eBay. No matter how professionally they are, such as, we've got Giant batteries. They're called Giant for e-bikes. We're not allowed to sell them on eBay because they feel that they're unsafe. These are all batteries here that I do. Batteries, all batteries. So, say for example, there's a Nokia or a there's a BN41 battery. So we do batteries, we do books, lots and lots of books, tons and tons of books, lots of them. We do loads of them. I believe that a mobile store application for both Android and iPhones would be promising direction for online sales, just more difficult to get someone make it. So we done a video last night. My Tuesday live is with a hardcore of my subscribers, really good team of advisors, and we came up with the conclusion that we are going to maybe start the frame of the business plan to start a new UK selling platform. Now, I have some of the money to invest in it, but I don't have the millions to invest in a software company. I used to own a business that used to do that sort of infrastructure, and I done very well. So we're going to do an AI-led eBay seller system, very similar, and I'm going to then try and seek alternative funding to do this, because I believe that eBay have continually stamped on eBayers and sellers and buyers alike, and we are going to set up a system that is governed by sellers for sellers. So there'll be self-governance in their channel. There'll be no governance by the software company, and the self-governance would be done where, say for example, the buyer gets a fake and they can actually, well, it has to be set out. I have to really work it out on the promise of it. So I don't really know which way we're going to do it. But there's my books. There's my stock of my books. As you can see, it's a massive amount of books. We are getting through it, but there's another 16 kgs of books to get through. We're stocked up in 2 depots. We were selling quite well, and then the business just stopped, and eBay stopped us. They stopped producing sales for us, And as a consequence, we started bottlenecking. So our listings weren't going as fast. And that then we realized that listings were coming in, staff weren't getting any wages for it, and we had to then make redundancies. And this happened from October, November of last year. And then I managed to pull it through. And as a consequence of pulling it through, we done 29 grand of sales in 3 weeks, and eBay turned us off. So we've done everything eBay asked us to do. We continually contrived more and more ways of trying to make some money again. And of course, eBay didn't like it, and eBay decided they're going to turn us off. So our attempts to continually wheel and deal, our attempts to work our business have been hard, very hard. The last 6 months has been the hardest business I have ever done with eBay. Can I request books? Absolutely, you know that. You're more than welcome, always, always. You know what I'm like. So yes, of course you can request books. Back in the day, you know, what's that about? So anyway, yeah, we've a lot to learn for the new system that eBay have produced. But all I can do is say to you, I am going to keep wheeling dealing. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep working this system because I don't believe what they've done or what they're doing is fair. It's not fair. And I'm going to do what I can. That's why I had 6 channels, people. That's why I had 6 channels with eBay, because I wasn't willing to commit to eBay telling me what I can do and what I can't do. Just because I'm selling on their platform and it's their rules, when the rules are unfair, the rules meant to be broken. If I think they're fair, I won't break them. But the way I see it is being banned for simply doing well. That's not a fair rule. So I'm going to find some way of circumventing that. And that's why we had 6 channels. We had 6 channels because of the mc011. Can I explain the rules? There's a lot of them. No, because there's so many rules. And how you learn by the rules is by learn by my mistakes. Go onto my channel. Take a look at the things that have hit me over the years. My channel have them all. The videos of everything, the basics is this. In eBay, you sell it for a song. You then sell the song, and then you have to offer return procedures. You have to return 1-day dispatch. You have to do it very quickly. You have to do customer support really quickly. Then when you've dispatched the item, when the customer says, is it there yet? Is it there yet? Is it there yet? Is it there yet? You have to respond every time to that feckin' arsehole. Then when you're finished with that arsehole, they said, oh, it's arrived and it's not what I wanted. I want to pay it back. You then accept the return, pay for the return, lose the money, and that's the rules of eBay. No, it's not. I'm being a negative bastard. Sorry about that. I'm swearing again. The rules are this. You bend over and you take it up the bump with eBay. No, they're not. That's a lie as well. I'm wrong about that one as well. I need to stop this. I need to stop this. There's a habit coming through. There's some sort of negative vibe I'm giving about eBay. Ah, here, I get it right now. This is the eBay. This is the eBay. Yeah. I'm going off on one, guys. I'm going off on one. Someone calm me down. Someone give me a bloody drink. Ah, there's a drink. I'll nick that. Anyway, so where is it? The rules are this with eBay. What you must do is this. You must sell as quick as you can for as competitive price as you can. In order to keep the business going, you need to be absolutely on the ball, constantly sending offers, constantly working your customer. It's not as easy as it used to be with organic sales. Organic sales have changed. It is now, you have to do promoted fees. You have to get the system running where you are developing a good one-off relationship with the customer, because they only go and buy from you. They don't talk about loyalty. There's no loyalty in eBay. It's down to price and customer feedback. So you have to maintain your feedback rating, and you have to keep going with the customer. When the customer returns it, you have to accept their returns. Sadly, you have to accept their returns. It is a pain in the rear end, but that's the way it is. It can be a bit of a bastard sometimes. But there's me going off about returns again. Anyway, there we go, guys. I think I've calmed down. I think I'm going to have an aneurysm. I really am going to have an aneurysm with this bloody eBay. So guys, if I'm dead next week, it's eBay's fault. Remember that. eBay killed me. I'll do a video now. eBay killed me. If you're watching this video, I'm dead. And the reason why I'm dead is because eBay stressed me so much. And I'll do that video and it'll be released on my death. I'll put a dead man switch video on my death. You must release this video. Someone's coming down to tell me off. It looks like it's Dean, because I know his bloody tramp down the stairs.
Les wants me to come down and calm you down. Les, I'm calming him down here now. As soon as he sees my face, he just calms down a wee bit. Here we go. No more swearing on. No more of that swearing. No more cussing.
Thanks, Les. Oh yeah, calm down. I'm calming down. I'm not giving off anymore. I promise I won't. Oh dear goodness me. Welcome, Nuno. Welcome. How about high ticket items? We have, you see, what about the returns, Mark? When you get to a certain price, what about the returns? What about if they damage it and say it doesn't work anymore? That's the problem with high ticket items. So I've calmed down and I'm not going to talk any more nonsense about how eBay are killing me. They're breaking my heart, though. They are breaking my heart. Kitty, welcome. Abe, welcome. Hello, my friend. Question for you. Do you find yourselves in traffic or local within your country? No, they're not. They're not international either. So we are banned from selling in Northern Ireland because of GPSRs. We get the odd one coming through, but a majority of the times we're not allowed to sell to our own country. eBay stopped us from selling to our own country because of a regulation that European Union brought in, even though we're not in the European Union. But we do sell to England, Scotland and Wales a lot more, and our sales are pretty good. Well, they were until we got eBay banned this week. So because of that, we are limiting our sales, and our money is only £300 to £400 a day at the minute. We intend to keep growing and keep moving, because I don't particularly want to lose this business. And eBay doing what they can to make sure that I do it. So, what's rather strange, KRT-T? Yeah. Yeah, that's Jose. That guy who came down and calmed me down for my little rant. That's Jose. He's one of my great members of staff. Love him to bits, and he does. He calms me down. There's a couple of times he's seen me as angry head, and all he's had to do is just come up to me and I shut up. It's his lovely little face. I think he's got a very cute little face. Won't tell him that. But yeah. Anyway, I'm still packing here. I'm still working away while the boys are upstairs doing listings. And we're doing very well on this live. It's been a very good live. It's been a very productive live. I'm still packing though. There's a little thing there. What is that? The Body Shop Edelweiss. Look at that. Edelweiss. Has anyone seen an Edelweiss flower? It's a great flower. It only grows in the mountains of Germany, Switzerland. And yeah, anyway. And Italy, sorry. I say Italy as well. In the Alps. Just gonna get a box here, people, for the Edelweiss. Get a wee box for that. Found a wee box. No, I haven't. There's a wee box. Got a wee box. There we go. We found a box. So, how many items do we sell a day? At the minute, we're only doing about 40 items at the minute because we were on ban. But when we were doing okay before we were banned, our average were 100 to 150 a day. And our best day was 300. We done 300 items in one day. But sadly, that's not the case at the minute. We are simply doing a lot less. We're still doing £400 worth of stock, but it ain't enough. And we're working on ways of getting it sorted very, very quickly. All the heifers are waiting. Haha. All right, Helena, well, good luck, love. And if you want any books, give me a shout. I would have sued Trump 24. I agree. But the problem is it's time and it's hassle. And you're up against a big company with a massive legal system, you know. What you have to do is just follow process. I'd love to. Shane said, if you could make 3 changes in eBay, what would they be? If I owned eBay or if I was the CEO of eBay, number 1 is I would start a information sheet that controlled how that person performed or how they were turned off or how they were graded up. Good performance deserves good sales. And being starred and respected as a person that's been in the business for 23 years, sadly, they don't do that. They say thank you for being an eBay member for 23 years, but they don't actually do, it doesn't do anything other than a thank you. It's a fake word. So a rap sheet would be my first one. My first one. My reputation, no matter what I did, good or bad, it will be on the eBay front sheet of every single time you make a call to a CSR. That's number one. Number two is that I would stop the buyer scamming system. I would continue coming down on scammers. I'm up for returns, and I would reward the sellers for proactively doing returns. So I would give them a percentile discount on the fees if they were a good seller. Doing returns, 1-day dispatch, great customer care. SLA, service level agreements on our customer care. We answer our emails every morning after we've done picking and packing. We answer all the issues. We do the returns every day. We do the IMs. So we should be given that respect for that, and as a consequence, be rewarded. So that's number two. Reward for being a good seller. Number three would be this, is I would stop being so fecking greedy with fees, and I would reduce the fees back to a minimum or a maximum of 15%. At the minute, my fees are being pushed to a point where I'm paying 33% fees, and it's very, very hard to do business, especially when you're getting turned off every bloody 2 minutes. So there's the three things that I would change on listings. How many listings do we have on eBay? We have 35,000 listings on eBay. 35,000 listings. That's it. And we pay for 2 anchor fees. Yeah, it is 33%. They earned, when they banned us, we got £29,000, of which we made 20 grand or £22,000. They earned 7 grand of that in fees. Postage labels have also gone up in fees. You know, the postage costs have gone up, and that's taken a cut in our income as well. It's not so hot right now. The sales margins are not so hot, sadly. But we're working towards finding ways out of it. There is a mass exodus leaving eBay at the minute, and we'll most likely be joining them and doing alternatives for our business to survive. It's the way it is. It's who we are. We have to change in order to survive, and that's just it. I'm all right to changing because I'm up for making sure that my boys up there, the remaining lads I've got, are kept and they get rewarded for their hard work, not shat on for their hard work, because that's what has happened. We got shat on from a very big height for doing £29,000 of sales with eBay. That's all. If you look at it, all the best eBayers have been mc011. They all have, and for no reason at times. For no reason. So that's it. That's all to be said. I would get rid of holding payments. Yeah, holding payments is not a bad idea. So say, for example, Shane, if I died, right, and everything fell and stopped working, well, eBay holding payments would mean that the customers that didn't get their service would get repaid their money. So I like that idea. If I died or something went wrong, maybe I'll die from stress. But if I died, yes, my sell-through rate 10-15%. No, it's not. So our sell-through rate, and you're going to be really upset by this, Mark. My sell-through rate is currently, if I remember now, 0.03%. That's what it is. Sell-through rate. It's terrible. It's absolutely awful. But that's why we decided daily, I think, yes, it's really terrible. At the minute, it's even lower. Because when you got 30-odd thousand products up for sale and you're only making 400 quid, our value, now our value is £750,000 of stock on eBay. On eBay alone. £750,000 of stock on eBay. Yep. And we got 400 quid of sales today. There it is. So that's what it is. It's terrible. Am I just about to bust out of that vest? Do you think so? You really think so? Are you a bit of a sizist, mate? You know, you're a bit fake. I mean, anyone talks about someone's size or has to attack them, there's a reason for that. What do they say about hurt people? Hurt people. Are you hurt? Do you want to share it with Dr. Castle? Come on, Justice. Do you want to share it, mate? Come on, share with the crowd. We all want to hear your hurts, because you're trying to hurt people here. What's wrong with you, mate? Talk to Dr. Castle. I'll help you. Are you going to say anything nasty to me again? Because I really don't give a shit what you say, to be honest with you, Justice. Having a wee fat belly is what I am. I earned that money. That money's now in my belly, and I am enjoying life thoroughly. So thank you. Anyway, back to work. I'm packing here. Justice, if you've got something nasty to say, keep it going, mate, because I'm a big boy. I could take it. I'm not a snowflake like you behind your little tiny channel. I'm gonna hurt him. You know, just you get a laugh with your little shitty life. Anyway, there it is. Sorry, guys. I'm in a very, very condescending mood today because it is what it is. And I like people giving me a hard time because I'll give them back twice as hard. I love people like that. He just doesn't have the balls to come and say that to my face because he's a coward. Aren't you? You're a coward. Anyway, how old am I? I am now currently 52 years old, Mark, and I've been in business since I was 18. I started business at the age of 18, doing wiring lights for customers as an electrician, and I put up chandeliers for a $5. I'm only 36. Shut you up. Oh, that's a hard 52. Absolutely, Justice. I agree with you, mate. I agree with you. It is a hard 52. You're right, mate. I've had a hard time, mate. Yeah, I agree. Thank you very much for saying that, Justice. Come on, you got to try harder than that, mate. Anyway. Oh, dear, dear, dear. I love people coming to give me... Look, Kath, thank you very much for joining the channel. But yeah, I'm all right with 52 years. I've done all right. I'm not frightened of being old. I'm not frightened of dying. But I am scared of leaving a calamity behind me. I have this ability to be absolutely shit scared of having everyone tidy my shit up after I die. I'm really scared about that. That's something that's been getting on my mind for a while about that. So I don't have a problem getting old. I'm okay with being old. In fact, I tell you, there's one thing I've noticed about age is I know a damn lot more than a lot of people. A lot more people. There's a lot of people say, you know, as you get older, you lose, you don't. I know a damn lot more than a lot of people, and I know what goes on in the world, and I see the world for what it is. I've uncoded the matrix, and I see the world for what it is. What about getting fat? Well, I've actually got thin. I've lost a little weight, Justin, or Justice. So thank you very much for that question. I've lost about 3 stones so far because I worked as a career person. I started my business above a chip shop, and I worked in that business for 10 years, which made me a very, very, very successful multi-millionaire. But the problem is my only eatery was downstairs, and it was in the chip shop, and I had lunch and dinner and evening snacks from that chip shop for a long time. But I was a multi-millionaire by the time I was 32. So there you go. The weight, I don't care. And I've been very successful. I've been a failure, but I've been very successful. And Mark, 44. I mean, it's a great time to start business and become very successful. So I hope you do well, mate. NGU Flips, why don't you have a physical sales like a garage? I done 17 years of retail. 17 years, no, sorry. Tell a lie, it was more than that. What am I talking about? It's more than 17 years. But I had a load of shops. And sadly, I don't want to do retail. I don't like customers walking in. I just got sick of them. you know, wasting your day and not buying any money or not buying stock from me, you know, coming and going, oh, you know, what does this do? What does this knife do? Does it go up and down like it's supposed to? Oh, no, I don't want it. I've just talked to you for an hour and I don't want it. And I can't stand that. Buy the stuff. Don't buy the stuff. Feck off. Don't annoy me. Just pay it for the good price that I'm offering and don't bring it back. But anyway, Jason, on the age front, well, you look younger than me, mate. So whatever you're doing up that mountain, I don't know. I'm not going to go down that road. Whatever you're doing, keep walking, keep working, because I can't walk mountains anymore. The last time I went up a mountain, I bloody sprained my ankle and I never went up again. So